Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Margaret and you might also know me as 7 Plaza here and on Instagram. And as the title might suggest, today we are going to use up some scraps. I don't know about you, but I have a lot of scraps. I keep a box beside my desk and I throw all my scraps in. And once the box is full, I sort them out. I have a special system for that and I want to show you. I have these maps with acetate pouches in them where I keep all them sorted out. These are all my music papers, my papers with numbers on them, like train scheduling paper and old book pages, all sorts of miscellaneous pages. And then I have this one that holds all my strips and maps from atlases and such, and wallpaper scraps. And this one holds all my specialty papers like paper doilies and wax paper, vellum, rice paper, pattern paper, craft paper, all sorts. This one has all my lined paper and grid paper, craft paper, easy to write on. I usually use these for backing journal cards and tags and such. And then the fun ones are these ones, all scraps from printables and digitals, all sorts and styles and sizes. I have loads. I even have 2 maps. And today I would love to use some of these. I am really into colors and florals right now because it's very gray outside and we need something to cheer us up. Okay, so back to the actual project. Let me get all of these aside. A Bookpage snippet roll. I don't know if you've ever made one or seen one, but I know you are going to love it. I have seen many videos on YouTube from all the beautiful talented crafters, and everybody has its own style. I am going to use some old book pages that I have. No books were murdered in the process of this Bookpage snippet roll. These are the ones that I already had. The idea is, these are all already still stuck together, so that's a good thing, is to collage the book pages and then collage them together so that you will create a large roll of them. This is going to be about a meter. I once had one that was 2.5 meters long. Try drying that somewhere and storing that somewhere. It's not a fun idea. So let's keep it to a meter today. Good. I hope you enjoy collaging because we're gonna do a lot of that this time. Besides my scraps, I also have some ephemera that I wanted to use. Most of these are from Louise Heinzel. She has an Etsy shop and this is called Vintage Ephemera. It's still on there. I checked this morning and it's a beautiful digital. It has, I think, 97 pieces of ephemera. And I already printed it 2 or 3 times because it has lots of good stuff on it. And then there's my own little tiny ephemera things that I like to use. So we're gonna brighten it up with those things. So I took the liberty to already take out some of the scraps. What you're gonna use is scraps, book pages, glue, scissors. If you have a tearing ruler. If you do not have a tearing ruler, you can use a normal ruler, no problem. So let's get started. Just take out a piece that you really like and start gluing. I hadn't done one of these for a long time, and then a couple of weeks ago my friend Leonie from Junk Journal Paper Sale came to visit, and we wanted to do a little crafting project. And so I asked her, have you ever made a Bookpage snippet roll? And she hadn't, and we had so much fun doing it. until we came to the end process, where what I want to do is, when you're done, flip it over. I am going to do the back side with writable paper, like lined paper or blank paper or what have you, and then cut it without seeing, cut it into tags and journal cards without seeing where you cut. So it's really, really random. How pretty is this? I really like it. I'm gonna remove the little white part over here with my tearing ruler. These are very, very hard to find. And also, I'm doing it completely wrong. There you go. These are hard to find. I found mine for Dutch people on bol.com. Is it worth it? Yes, I believe so. I really enjoy it. Also, AliExpress has some plastic ones. I don't think they will work, I'm gonna be honest. And there are also some by We Are Memory Keepers, but I have not found those in the Netherlands yet. I'm also not gonna ink it, because what I want to do once we cut the tags or the journaling cards, I want to ink those and not every piece of paper that goes on here. Besides, again, this video will be like forever if we do that. I'm just gonna tear some random pieces. I do like to work with normal squares or triangles or rectangles or something like that, not torn out pieces. I know that you can do it like that because I do believe Leonie did that, but my OCD will kick in and I won't be happy with that. So I'm gonna do it like so. Some of these digitals are so beautiful. There are a lot of shops that I regularly visit, like as I mentioned before, Antique Papery. That's a really nice one. And one of my favorites is Vintage by Me. They make such beautiful digitals, and the only problem is that I've already seen their designs been stolen on AliExpress. I did mention it to the shop on AliExpress that I would never buy from them again, because don't do that. And some are just some images that I scanned from my books or that I got from Pinterest, something like that. I have so many. Let's see, I really like to use this lady, but she's rather tall. What I'm gonna do, I am going to use her to connect my pages. Where are my pages? Hidden underneath the pile of scraps. There you go. You do have to be a little bit precise because you don't want it to be wonky like this. You have to put them together like so. I hope everything is in frame and my head is not poking through all the time as it did yesterday. I am sorry guys, I am still learning and getting the hang of it. Even with this video trying to edit. Let's hope that works. If it doesn't, you will not see this video. And there you go. Putting the lady on. It doesn't matter if you go over the edges of the paper. That's okay. So pretty. Do you want to rip it? Yes, we're going to use it twice. We're going to use it over here. Sure. Don't think about it. Just do it. If you do not want to tear your papers, you can also cut it, of course. There's no rules here. Just do whatever you want. That's the fun thing about these paper crafting projects. You can do whatever you want. There are no real rules. Although I enjoy them. I enjoy a ruler too. There you go. So we have this over here. Yep. Oops, glue. My glue is gone. Not to worry, I have loads. Are you hoarding glue as well? Well, my husband thinks so. Because every time we go to Action, I get me some glue. And not one stick, not 2 sticks, but lots of them. Because you never know when you're gonna get into a lockdown or something. So I was good. I did use a lot of the online shops during these terrible times. Let's hope we're done with that for now. Well, the thing I missed most, of course, were the thrift stores. That's too short. Because that is what I really love to do. I was thinking, guys, I don't know if you will like it, about ideas for the future for this channel, what sort of videos to do. And I enjoy thrift shop hauls and such. I don't know if you do as well. Let me know in the comments, because if I have the chance, I thrift a lot. And maybe you would like to see what I've bought, like a show and tell or something like that. I think that could be nice. Let's be a rebel and do this across and not straight up. There you go. Are we still in frame? I'm going to move it just a tiny bit. Ooh, I stamped on the back. See that? Speaking of which, I also, when we're done with the collaging, want to stamp on it here and there to make it a little bit more interesting. I am gonna move it back because, yes, I missed a spot. I heard you screaming at me, you missed a spot, you missed a spot. I know. Don't worry, I'll get there. It's my process. So beautiful. It's also from a digital. I cannot remember where it was from, but I know I use it a lot of times. Is your computer also full with images? I have like a terabyte of images on my computer. Oh, white spots. We don't want that. So I have to be careful. Be more selective what I put on there. Oops, using the bigger one. I never use the big one. You know why? Because it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I have no idea what to use it for. If you know what to use it for, please let me know. Sometimes I feel real stupid that I don't know what it is for. There you go. Perfect. Well, this spot is all covered. Let's use a little bit more glue. Also very important, before you cut this in pieces, is to let it dry completely. Else the cuts won't be that nice to look at. Pretty. Are we going to do it across? Why not? There we go. I'm wondering how you store your scraps, if you have any revolutionary ideas. I'm wondering how you'll store them. In the beginning, when I started junk journaling or paper crafting, or how you might want to call it, I was like, okay, what is a scrap? What is a scrap exactly? What is the definition of this? And I used to save like plain white paper pieces. In the beginning, I was like, yeah, well, it's a scrap, and you cannot let anything get to waste. So we need to save it. Yeah, I'm not like that anymore. Not at all, even. I'm very selective on what is a scrap or not. It's like the KonMari method. if you hold it and you don't love it, just throw it away. Do not throw it in your scrap box. Will this fit? Ooh, it's so pretty. These were printable from vintage wallpapers. And as you might know, if you know me from Instagram, I love wallpaper. And I have a gazillion wallpapers. And there you go. I don't know what it is, but I keep finding them everywhere. Well, I am also looking for them. I'm not just randomly finding them, but if I look for them, I find them. Do you want to do it like so? Why not? I have one roll of wallpaper that is still in the plastic, and it is sort of a collector's item, something. It is a Dutch brand, but there are rolls by this Dutch brand that are in a museum even. So I found one roll of this brand, still in plastic. I do not want to get it out of the plastic. It is nearby. Do you want me to get it and show it to you? Of course you do. 1 second. Well, lucky for you, I sorted out this editing thing because it wasn't close by at all. It was all the way upstairs in the attic, so I had to run up 2 flights of stairs, get back down again. Was really winded, so I had to catch my breath because I'm an old lady. This is it. Isn't it gorgeous? It's like these green baroque embossed, very 60s 70s, and this is the brand Rad en Dodehever. Gezellig. And it was €1. It was €1. If I had like 2 or 3, there was a lady that would buy it from me for around €100. So I'm really afraid to open it. So that was my little wallpaper adventure. Getting back into the thing that we were doing. I'm sorry for distraction. Let's go. These are, I think, by Antique Bakery. It took me a long time to sort out how to print things in a different size than normal A4. And that was a real eye-opener. It opened up so many possibilities with papers. I'm still not like very good at it, but I'm getting there. And there you go. And move it out a bit. We're already at the last 2 pages. Looking at it, I already love it, so that's a good thing. So it can stay. The KonMari method says if you love it, it can stay. So it will stay. More wallpaper printables. And you go on Pinterest and you find, you're looking for a certain subject. Have you ever found yourself going down the rabbit hole and eventually looking for things that you were not looking for, but were like, oh yeah, this is also really great. And then your whole computer is full with lots of images of things you didn't know you'd like. Let's go like so. This is vintage by me. Some artists on Etsy I recognize what they do by their work. What else do we have? Pretty. I want more flowers. Can we have some more of the blue? We can. So, what's your favorite color to work with? I know some of you promise you, I know the favorite colors. Some of my friends or customers, I like to call them friends because I've known them for quite some time and we've gotten to know each other. I know their preferences. For instance, when I'm in thrift store and I find a certain book, I know exactly who is going to buy it from me because I know their preferences. I even sometimes contact them right away. Like Anima journals, she knows. I know what she likes, and she knows that I know it. So when I contact her, I found you a book. She's like, yeah, I want it. Just, you want to know what book it is? No, I trust you. It's for me. Thank you. She's such a sweetheart and so talented. And she was so good to me because she buys a lot of fabric and wallpaper from my shop, and she uses them in her journals. Ooh, Victorian bicycle. Yes, we're gonna put this one aside. What was I thinking about? Oh yeah, Anima journals. Yeah, and then she makes videos about her journals, flip throughs and such, and she always mentions me, and she's so kind. So, and she's going to do something for me, and I am so thrilled about that. It's a little bit of a, well, it's not a secret, but it's something that's not out there yet. I am going to do journal kits. How beautiful is this? I'm going to make journal kits, and she is going to be on my design team. Not that I'm good enough to have a design team, but I know she can show you what to do with it even better than I can. Shall we do it like this? Yes. So I was so happy that she said yes, and she was so excited. So look out for those on my Instagram, the journal kits. And I hope you will enjoy them. It's something different. I haven't seen journal kits, many journal kits on Instagram before. So it's something new, and I always try to do something different than what the other girls are doing. So I'm thinking journal kits because I have so much stuff. There you go. We're almost at the end, guys. Flowers. Pretty roses. I really want to use this piece again. Let's do it at the end. My OCD is kicking in. I'm like, oh, it's too close together. Yeah. For now, but when you cut it into pieces, it won't even be near each other. We have a hole here. We have a hole here. What are we going to do? Look at this. That is so beautiful. I am going to cover the hole with one of these. Yes, pretty. It says Herzlichen Glückwunsch zum Namenstag. It's like a holiday. It's your name day. We don't have it in the Netherlands. I do know they have it in Spain. A name day. It's a special date for name. I think it's well, in Spain it's when you are named after a saint or something. I am probably not named after a saint. If so, I am so sorry, Saint. I think my name is something like, it means something like pearl or something, or treasure of the sea. Something with Z, the sea, and daughter of Zeus, or I don't know. I used to know it. Well, at the end I am going to, of course, stop it here and not go over it. Well, I'm trying not to go over it. Bum bum. Do we have something that I really want to use? Oh, a piece of map. I'm going to put it in here. No, I'm going to put it in here. There you go. Beautiful. So it's 3 videos in a row for me now, 3 days, and I did that on purpose because I was scared that I would get discouraged and I stop it altogether. But I'm really enjoying it so far. It's still really scary, but all new things are scary to me. Almost there, guys, and then we'll have some fun with putting in some focal points and some stamping. Before I put this here, I want to use this one. I am using up scraps now. Sometimes I want to use up scraps and then make more scraps. Do you ever get that feeling that the scraps are never ending? Oh yeah, I still have this one that I really like. But then OCD kicks in. I do not want to cover this. So we're just gonna tear it a little bit on this side. See? Not random at all. Yeah, this is good therapy when you want to have control over everything in life. When you collage, you not have to control over everything. Will this fit perfectly? Well, yeah, sure. Sure. There you go. So let's take a look at what we have. I cannot fit it all in a frame at once, but I will try to stand up and let you have a look. I like it. See that? So many things. It's long. Well, it's about 1 meter. Let's put on some nice ephemera from Louise Heinzel and from my own stash. There you go. I have this big bird tag that I'd like to put somewhere. Don't think about it, just put it down. There you go. Well, you see, I was thinking about it. Do not think about it. This goes here. I have a small one. Don't believe this was Louise Heinzel. I believe this was one of mine. I'm going to put it over there. Why? Oh, you probably won't see it. There you go. I was going to put it over here. I'm sorry, guys. I still have to get used to all this. This was also a nice thing that I printed on very thin light green paper. I found a whole bunch of these at a flea market, and this guy that was selling it was like, what you gonna do with it? And I was like, I could try to explain it to you, sir, but you will not understand it. So he said, well, try me. So I was trying to explain it to him, what junk journaling was. Have you ever had that problem? Explaining to a friend what the actual junk journaling thing is. And they were like, oh yeah, it's scrapbooking. Or like that. No, it's not scrapbooking. It's something different than scrapbooking. They just don't understand, but that's okay. So it was really nice to make some friends. How beautiful is this? Love it. To make some friends who knew exactly what I was doing in my spare time. Where did it go? Oh, over here. I have some spots over here. Let's not do the floors with florals, because, you know, OCD. And do this one over here. I love these little old ledger paper receipts things with letterheads. I wish I had some more for myself, some real ones, but they're so expensive. And what do you do with them? Well, I hoard them. I keep them with my other treasures. Little Dutch girl. There we go. Putting something at the edge. I hope my head doesn't show up. It's a little bit too big, so what am I going to do? I am going to cut it with my beautiful Tim Holtz scissors. Oh no, it's a circle. What to do? What to do? Well, I have a circle punch. Will this? No, it's. Will we cut off her head? Yes. Wow. Well. Oh, it's done now. I'm so sorry. I beheaded you. Well, now I have a circle on it. I wasn't going to have any circles on it, but lo and behold, I lied to myself again. Douwe Egberts, it's a very old Dutch coffee brand, and I love their logo, and I love the old advertisement. And the funny thing is, I hate coffee. I don't drink coffee. Well, that's okay. It is actually a little bit too big, and then it's close together, but I still really want to use it. So I am going to rip it a little bit and then have it over here. Sure, why not? But what? Oh, I have this strip here that I'd like to use, or at the end. No, at the bottom. There we go. Hopefully this is the bottom. Are we done? Well, we're done with gluing for now. Let's do some stamping. So I took out a few of my favorite stamps at the moment, because that varies. The label stamps, well, that's always a favorite. This is one of my new ones that I really enjoy. I enjoy some of this one. This was also new. It has some like advertisements on it, and these are small strips with all sorts of doodles. And I am going to start with the label ones. Let's just pick out the large one first. And there we go. And my new ink. I do not know if I like it yet. Well, it does not come off your hands easily. I can tell you that. I have been having very dark fingers every night. So there we go. Let's find some words. Yep, like it. I can also use a different color of ink, of course, but I am not going to. There's already so much color on here. Let's just keep it a little bit more simple. Oh, you're probably not seeing me inking. Well, that's also not very exciting seeing me ink, so put this one over here. Another big one for the words. There you go, more words. I have words everywhere, so still using the big one. Why not? Let's just switch to another one. Where are my stamps? A smaller one. On a smaller block. Come in. Over here we have some more words. We have lots over here. Hope you can see. There we go. Oops, something fell. I don't know what. Underneath all the rubbish. Another stamp. Mr. Vogel. Means bird in Dutch. Breakfast, cocoa. Never had cocoa for breakfast. Well, you can have cocoa whenever you want. I think I can. A little bit more. Yep. A little bit over here. Good. Are we going to use another stamp? Probably the one with the little dots. My new favorite. The very, very, very simple one. Is black too much? No, 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 no. It is cute. Put on the birds. Probably didn't even see that. Trying to keep in frame. There we go. Put on the flowers. There's a little bit of a gap here. Am I making you dizzy by pulling it about all the time? Yes. Love it. Now, some script maybe. I only have this small scripty one. But that's okay. Again, something I totally did not understand in the beginning. And they're like, you can't even make out what stamp is. You're not supposed to. And also that's a good thing, because in the beginning I bought some stickers on AliExpress that had some English words on them. Yeah, they were English alright, but they didn't make any sense. So now I'm very careful if I buy something on AliExpress that has words in them, to first check out if the words mean anything. Sometimes I think it's like a Chinese saying or phrase, and they put it in Google Translate and some gibberish comes out. It's actually very, very funny sometimes. And mostly it's with a tiger and a flower and a mountain. I can tell you that much. I think we are done for now. What do you guys think? Let's have a quick look at all the stamps and the labels. It's almost too pretty to cut up, but I am. But it needs to dry, and that may take a while, so edit time. Ta-da! So what happened was, I was like filming the whole process of flipping it over and cutting it, making lots of noise, having lots of giggles, and then my telephone was full. So I'm sorry guys, I already cut it for you, but you can see the end result. They are really, really nice. I made belly bands. What I did was I flipped the whole thing upside down and then I randomly cut it into pieces, so I did not know where I was going to cut. That's the whole idea behind this. Some of them turned out really, really nice. Most of it actually. I've lost a little bit of this one, which is a shame, but that's okay. Most of them are absolutely beautiful. And also the pineapple got, you know, decapitated, but that's okay. I am going to alter some of them, put some more focal points on because they're too simple, but other ones are like done. They are going to be tags and journal cards, belly bands and pockets and what have you. I hope you enjoyed it. I really, really liked it. Hope to see you next time. Bye guys.